At any given time, the Lord is working on multiple things at once within you. He's never just doing one thing and one person at one time. He is generally doing a whole bunch of things in one person that's going to affect multiple people. He's doing this at all the same time. In his omnipotence, his omnipresence, in his excellent nature, the Lord is constantly working all things together for the good of those who love him. And I wanted to talk about the word Omni. The word Omni derives from the Latin word omnis, 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 and it means all. And that's what God is. He is omnipotent, he is omniscient, and he is omnipresent. He's all-powerful, all-knowing, and everywhere at once. That's what that means. This is the all-embracing, all-encompassing, very character, nature, lordship of our God. He is in total control of himself and his creation, which is you and this world. And we should never give too much control to the enemy, because the Lord has allowed him temporal power over this earth. But ultimately, God is still in control. All is in his hands, as always. Even the enemy, Satan himself, must ask God for permission to do as he does. Satan is much more like an obstacle course for the believers than any type of threat, for victory has been achieved at Calvary. With this word omni, meaning all, again, I just want to reiterate, know that if you are waiting, or if you look around and you don't see what the Lord has promised you, you must remember, just remind yourself that he can't lie. He loves you, and he's working all things together for your good. This can take some time, not because of God, but because of us as humans. He is changing hearts, not just within you, but within others in your circumstances, in your situation. He's giving you favor. He's making ways. He's fixing our errors. He's handling our business. And he really minds after us, just like a good father. Romans 8:28 says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him. That's you. He's working all things for your good. You must take that literally so as not to forget in certain moments. 1 Corinthians 9:22, "I have become," this is Paul talking, "I have become all things to all men, so that by all possible means I might save some. I do all this for the sake of the gospel, that I may share in its blessings." And Paul was able to do this by Philippians 4:13, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." Not only is God all things, and at any given moment doing many things at all times, but through Christ, so we are able to also do many things. Through Christ we have the strength to do many things, to do all things that God has purposed us for. For you are his word, and you will not return to him void. Therefore you're able to become all things to all men, so that by all possible means, which means by any way possible, the Lord makes it so you can meet people where they are, just like the Lord has met you where you are, in order to save them. This is for the sake of the gospel. This is for the sake so that you and others may share in the blessings of the gospel. It's a very blessed life you lead. And even on your worst day, know that you are in God's hands. And sometimes you cannot see his all-knowing nature working all things together. But if you just say it out loud, just, God, It doesn't look like it. I don't see it, my Lord, but I know that you're good. You can't fail, and you're working all things together for my good. Remind yourself of that, because God hasn't forgotten your promise, and He doesn't want you to forget your promise. We all have rough days, but if you understand who your Father is, your Creator, the one who loves you, the one whose team you're on, He has called you by name. If you remember that, you won't lose sight of Him. Keep your eyes fixed on Him, because He has His eyes fixed on you. God bless you.